Good morning, everyone. I am Vishnu Jagtap. In front of all of you, I am presenting the MIT newspaper headline. So, first of all, ruling on fraud accounts opens Pandora's box. Next, UPI is not set in stone. On page number 2, in plain fact section, that does corruption matter when India casts vote? On page number 3, in that PE funds get to be promoters of mutual funds. Next, in alignment. Next, Air India rises rupees 14,000 crore loan from SBI BOV. Next, startup funds crunch is not affecting IPL sponsorship. Next, NPCI says interoperable fee only on merchant transaction on UPI. Next, center to borrow rupees 8.8 trillion in the first half of coming fiscal year. Next, IT firm in India expected to give lowest hikes in 10 years. Deloitte. Next, Fetch ratings flags contagion risk at two Adani groups firm. Next, on page number 4, in economy and policy section, that India to launch a Bio E3 policy to track rupees 10,000 crore investment. Next, competition bill with higher fines provision gets LS okay. Next, unseasonal rains might have spoiled 3 million ton rabi crops. Next, Russia suggests trade payment in rupees via UAE. Next, France, India dial up investment discussion in Brexit backdrop. Or next, mint shot in that Rosneft announces deal to boost oil supplies to India. Next, Indian economy likely to grow at 6.5% in coming decade. CEA. Next, several investors of Sahara Group to get back money. Next, pilot level charges against Air India. Next, Max Financial Services promoter entity sales share. Next, Punjab National Bank to raise $1.5 billion via bonds. On page number 5, in Dell Tech and Startup section, that group lead by lifelong snaps up Go Mechanic. Next, Vitraya Tech rises rupees 41 crore in series around led by Startup X Seed. Next, Easy Dinner rises for rupees 40 crore from DMI Alternatives Investment Fund. Next, Screwwala brings rupees 212 crore in upgrades, rupees 300 crore fraud raise fundraise. Next, India saw the most mobile game downloads in 2022. Next, in 2022, Google blocked 5.2 billion ads, suspended 6.7 million uh, ad accounts. Next, Mira Road emerging has a perfect luxury housing destination in Mumbai. Next, Unicommerce platform powering e-commerce businesses in 6 countries. On page number 6, in mark to market section, that mint shots in that global creditors face long fight with China developers for cash. Next, Geo eyes new horizons with cheap fiber plan. Next, ICICI Lombard's digital push overshadows shadowed by stake sale succession. Next, short sellers losing battle with day traders in Korea's EV rally. Next, all 91-day T-bill bids rejected on high rates. Next, Sensex closes in on 58,000. Next, two Adani Group firms face contagion risk fetch rating. Next, Z gets closer to Sony merger with IndusInd Bank settlement deal. On page number 8, in corporate section, that Avendus fund picks up stake in Indegene. Next, Google's India antitrust fine stays with some concessions. Next, SEBI bars Samir Jain, wife from securities market fines both. Next, mandate for higher disclosures will improve audit quality MCA. Next, tech sector H1B implies spouse can work in the US. Next, JICA offers rupees 25,847 crore ad. Next, Honda India to roll out India first electric scooter in March 2024. Then on page number 10, in that private equity funds get to be promoters of mutual fund. Next, IT sector to see lowest hike in 10 years. Ditoli. Next, electric SUV love lift saging EV sales in India. Next, funding winter at startups not to hit IPL sponsorship. Next, Air India rises rupees 14,000 crore loan from SBI Bank of Baroda. Next, government to borrow rupees 8.88 trillion in H1. Next, Celebrity weddings, the new big draw on streaming platforms. On page number 11, in corporate section of that, Good Claim group set to enter man's wellness market. Next, Gentari to bet on hydrogen utility scale power in India. Next, Adani executive meet PIMCO, BlackRock, others for bond sale. On page number 12, in global section of the admin short, world's usable nuclear arsenal rose in 2022, says study. Next, US Israel clash over policy that sparked democratic protests. Next, Broadcom's $61 billion VMware deal hit with UK in despite review. Next, JP Morgan's Jamie Dimon to testify in Stephen lawsuits. Next, Saudi agrees to partner with China lead security bloc. Next, Adidas drops Black Lives Matter trademark opposition. Next, will the recent banking chaos lead to an economic crash? Next, crash. Next, Elon Musk and other urge AI pause, citing risk to society. Next, UBS veteran Armoti return to lead Credit Suisse takeover. Next, the metaverse is quickly turning into the metaverse. On page number 13, in news wrap section of that, Tata's Solarco back 300 megawatt power. Next, wheels of change. Next, Maruti exports cross 2.5 million units. Next, Mishra takes over as CMD of PTC India. Next, hate speeches will end when politicians stop using religion. Next, Karnataka Assembly polls on 10 May. Next, fees only for merchant UPI payments with the different PPIs. Next, wheels of change. Next, SPC life files draft papers for IPO. Next, oil from ONGC KG block likely in May. Next, make my trip eyes more franchises. Next, retail space leasing to rise 17 to 18 28% CBRE. Next, India seeks to woe Africa with arms. Next, Karnataka Assembly polls on May 10. Next, hate speech will end when politicians stop using religion. That much for today. Thanks for watching. Make a good day.